All right, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 42. Now, last week I said that I'll be doing a review on a movie that is kind of controversial. I mean, it's been rebuilt, it's been replenished, it's been refueled. And not many people took it very well. Of course, I'm talking about Man of Steel. Yep, Man of Steel, 2013. Henry Cavill as Superman, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, Michael Shannon as General Zod, Kevin Costner, dude Dance with Wolves. He was a bodyguard. He was even Robin Hood. Now he's playing Superman's Earth Daddy. Jonathan Kent, Diane Lane as Martha Kent, Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. Yep. Russell Crowe as Jor-El, the son of Kal-El, of the House of El, of Krypton. But yeah, man, I tell you, this movie though, this movie, it was, it was pretty controversial. I mean, not many people took to this movie very well. I mean, jeez. I mean, hey, for me, I like the movie. I really like the movie. It's great storytelling. It's a nice little journey through this character's life. You seeing him, literally from his birth all the way up to, what he was meant to be, what he was brought up to be. I mean, you got this guy's journey. He's trying to literally find himself. It's kind of a coming of age story. He's trying to find himself. He's trying to figure out what he is, who he is, what purpose do he have in this world. I mean, hey, I tell you something, man. With this particular Superman movie, forget everything you knew in the past. I mean, not no more. No. Forget all of that. Okay? That was back in 1978. 1978 ain't here no more. Okay? Forget all of it. I mean, it's cool to relive the past, nostalgia, everything like that. It's cool to do that. Hell, I did that last week with the Iron Man review. But with this movie right here, this particular movie, this particular Superman, how can you fit this character in a real world setting, especially during this time, this post 9/11 time frame? How can you fit this particular character into this setting? This is how they did it. Okay, this movie right here, this is how they did it. Now, some people will say that Superman is not supposed to be dark. Okay, yeah, again, like I said, how can you fit this particular character into this time frame, this dark time frame in real life? Okay, we live in dark times right now. So yeah, how can you fit with this particular character? I mean, you expect for this guy in this time frame to be automatically loved? I mean, like that, automatically loved, automatically understood by other people? You actually honestly expected that? Really? Okay. Let's see what world you live in. But yeah, I tell you though. I mean, this is what they presented to you. I mean, for me, I wanted to see a Superman movie where Superman actually fought. I mean, there's 75 plus years of this particular character being drawn, being uh, presented in a certain era where he would fit in. I mean, 1938, Great Depression. Things were hard back then, and then you moved them into the World War II era. How was Superman fighting World War II? I mean, and you move them into the 1950s sci-fi era, and then the campy 60s era, and then the 70s, then the 80s and 90s. Well, the 90s, if you lived in the 90s, you saw how they took care of Superman. But and then 2000s and then 2010s. Now how do you fit them? You gotta have them fit in the times. Okay, fit in the times. You gotta do that. Okay, you can't keep the same. Oh, gee, golly willikers, Superman. You can't keep that corny ass character around for this time, for every single time frame. Not that guy. I mean, back then, yeah, it was cool to have, oh, gee, golly willikers. It's cool to have that guy back then, but then you had to have him grow with the times. And in this dire time, these post 9/11 time that we're living in right now, I mean, you got to have him fit into that. And that's what they did right here. Henry Cavill did an excellent job as Superman. Excellent job. Yeah, this is very unpopular opinion, speaking of, but guess what? It's also subjective. So yeah, take it as you want. Take it as it is. It's all subjective opinion that I'm speaking of on this movie. So yeah, take it as it is. I mean, I wanted to see a movie where Superman actually got into a fight. I mean, I read the comics. I've seen Superman throw punches. I've watched the animated series. I've seen Superman throw punches. You know, I watched Justice League Unlimited. And I seen Superman throw some mad punches. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that fight against Shazam, Captain Marvel, hell of a war. Those two went at it. So yeah, I want to see a Superman movie where Superman actually threw some good shots, some massive bombs, superpower haymakers all over the place. I wanted to see that, and that's what I got right here. That's what I got. That's what I finally got right here. You didn't see Christopher Reeve throw no punches, did you? No, not in those times. I mean, not in the '80s. No, I mean, hell, he fought three people in the second movie, and guess what? He got lost in the chaos. Okay, they really did not know how to write that movie. I mean, come on, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. He threw a nice little punch, but once they recut that movie with another director, it was what you got for that movie. I mean, just can't just can't really, it don't measure up. Not to this. I mean, yeah, he got some a lot of death and destruction, but hey, here's another defense I got for you. You know, for this particular Superman, this particular storyline, you know, he wasn't really Superman all throughout the movie. I mean, he was just a guy with a limited amount of superhuman ability, and he was just trying to find out who he is. He's trying to find himself, and then when he found out who he is, it took him like at least 2 days, that he was in that costume as Superman, and then yeah, and then he got to fight these three Kryptonian soldiers, and he pretty much got his ass kicked. But hey, he held his own though. Superman always had that heart. Superman loves a good fight, so he got up and he started. He yeah, he really held his own on these three Kryptonian soldiers. So yeah, and then the final battle between he and General Zod, when they finally clashed together. Yeah, a lot of controversy in the outcome of that fight. Yeah, Superman, but hey, think about this. Think about what Zod said. There's only one way to end this, Cal. Either you die or I do. So, when it came time to end it, Superman was in a predicament. I mean, yeah, he had Zod. He held him. He had him in a um debilitating position. Yeah, he had him. He had him held down a bit. So what does Zod do? He finds a nice little family over there in that museum, and he's firing his heat ray at him, his heat vision. He's firing that at him, and it is just slowly coursing over to them. And Superman, he pleading to Zod to have him stop. Don't do this. Stop. Never. Yeah, beam just burning through. Yeah. Superman, he didn't want to do it. He know he had to do it though. He had to do it. He just tell him to stop. Zod keep going. So what does Superman do? Ah! I mean, did he want to do it? No, of course not. I mean, who would want to? I mean, come on. You know, that's why he let out that scream. He did not want to do it. I mean, Jesus. He took a life. He did not want to do that, but he had to at that particular moment I mean, seriously, what would you have done? Yeah, what would you have done? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're so righteous, right? What would you have done in that particular situation? Tell me. I'll wait. So yeah, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Even if it's the wrong decision at that time, it was the decision that had to be made at the heat of the moment. I mean, you think you go through right your entire day? I mean, I know a lot of people that made some bad decisions on their time. I know a lot of people. Okay, so yeah, they did what they had to do, even if it was the right decision or the wrong decision. They did what they had to do in the heat of the moment. I've been there. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, people out there, seriously, they can whine, bitch, and cry about this movie, but this is it right here. This is what was presented to them. This is what they got. This is what they're gonna have to take. They're gonna have to take it. I mean, you can have the 1978 Christopher Reeve film. You can have that. We all can have that. I got it. You can have that. But keeping up with the times. That's exactly what this movie is doing. Keeping up with the times. Okay. So yeah, this movie, yeah. I say this movie, yeah, it's a real good story. It is a masterpiece. Yeah, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, Man of Steel is a masterpiece. Yeah, I said it. What? Huh? What? What you gonna do about it? So yeah, I said it, man. It's masterpiece because it kept up with the times. And yeah, I'm going to rate this movie though. You know, even though, man, it may have had a few flaws here and there. I'm not saying it's a perfect movie. It's a good 4.5 out of 5. But I tell you though, a lot of subjective opinions on this movie. Not a lot of people is going to agree on this movie, and a lot of people will agree on this movie. But we all agree that you know we did get an exciting thrill, uh, one hell of a thrill ride throughout this movie. I mean, yeah, thrills await you, says one reviewer of this movie. And yeah, it did. We did get a huge thrill out of this movie. That's exactly what this is, a thrill ride, nothing but sheer entertainment. So yeah, man, I tell you, yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for this movie. That's my rating for it. So yeah, I gotta tell you though, man, yeah, the way they had Krypton in this movie, I love Krypton in this movie. Nice civilization. It had wildlife, you know, other than just crystal and glacier architecture that we got in 1978. This Krypton actually had wildlife. It actually had civilization. You can actually see what those people do for kicks. I mean, you know, we do for fun around here. Yeah, you can actually see it. So yeah, even though Krypton was dying, you can actually still see what they had going there. Speaking of Krypton, the new TV show on Sci-Fi Channel coming up. That's gonna be interesting. Well, anyway, yeah, that's my review, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week, I'm going through some more Zack Snyder films. As a matter of fact, next week, I'm going to review the movie. This was like one half of it. The other half, where you got this particular character and another particular character, another particular character, if you know what I mean, finally going at it. So yeah, that's coming next week though. So check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, show off.